So today is November 23rd, which means it is Thanksgiving. Probably one of my favorite holidays. It'd probably be either Thanksgiving or Christmas, which I know that's like most people, but I just love the holiday times. I love the vibe. I love the decorations. I love everything about it. The food, that's the main thing, which is kind of what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, is how I go about handling Thanksgiving and balancing, obviously not destroying your diet, but at the same time enjoying time with your family, and my thought process as I go through today. So it's currently 5:30. I woke up at about 4:30. I'm still not at that 3 o'clock. That 3 o'clock is tough, but when I go back to work on Monday, that is the plan, to get back to the 3 o'clock wake up time. So far I did my daily devotional. I did my Bible in a year, which the year is almost done, and I have not missed a day of reading my Bible, which I'm very proud of myself for. And then I'm going to actually probably read some of a personal development book. I went back to this book. I've had this book for many, many years. This is an older book. But I just like it. A lot of good takeaways from this book. I think this is the third time I've read this book. But anyways, I weighed in at 208 this morning, so the weight's already kind of dropping, which I know a lot of it's like water and carbs, and how I've been eating these past couple days has been terrible. But after I got my body fat tested and weighed in on my last video, like I said, I'm pretty much locked in. I've actually been using old pictures to motivate me from waking up. I'm gonna put my current picture of what I look like right now up on the screen, and then I'm going to compare it to how I looked when I started my last race at 192. A big difference. And like I said, it's motivation, because I'm just like, that's crazy that I let myself get to that. I let myself put on basically 20 pounds of fat. Now, granted, you saw the date. It's been, I think, since April, but that's no excuse. I want to get back to that, because that one picture, I'm not even flexing. And that was like me walking around, and I felt really, really good at that weight. So I'm using that right now. That was kind of my motivation to wake up this morning. Currently sipping on 1 scoop of Megawatt, 1 scoop of Intra-Formance, and then 1 scoop of carb powder mixed with 1 Gatorade. So the goal is I'm going to go work out. Today is a shoulder day, so I'm going to hit shoulders. I'll walk you guys through that. And then after that, I got to do some cardio, because that is the main thing when it comes to Thanksgiving morning. I try to get in a good amount of cardio so that when I do eat later, I already burnt off a good amount of calories. So I'm going to finish this, read a little bit more, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a gogie. Well, this sucks. I forgot to charge my headphones yesterday, which means I'm going to have to do this entire workout and my cardio session without music. So, never mind. I think I found my headphones. I forgot I put them over here. I could use these ones. That's why it's always important that you keep 2 headphones. Yes, they're charged. Alright, problem solved. Now we're going to have a good workout. So, first exercise that I'm going to be doing, I already warmed up my shoulders. First exercise, I'm going to do dumbbell side flies. I'm going to go 12, 10, 10, 8, and I might do a double drop set, but most likely I'll just do 1 drop set. I like to warm up with flies just to get a lot of blood pumping, or a blood flowing to the shoulders right before I start actually doing shoulder press. So this is the first exercise. Start my Apple Watch to track this workout. And we'll start with, and again, you want to start with a weight that you can increase. So I'm going to do 12 for my first set. You could do them standing up, or you could do them sitting down. I like to do them standing up. Main thing is you don't want to get a lot of swing. again, we're gonna be doing a minute rest in between. And when I do these, I like to just think about, I'm not doing them way out here, so I'm not swinging all the way almost straight arm. If this is, we'll say, I think it's 180 degrees, I'm pretty much about like right there. So that's pretty much as I do my shoulder, I'm just doing that, and then sometimes I'll even, if you tilt your hand down, like as if you're pouring out a drink, I feel it a little bit more in my rear delt too. So I'll just kind of do this, and I'll switch it up. Sometimes I'll just go straight up. Sometimes I'll move my hand. Like I'm always talking about in all my other videos, hand placement or hand, I guess you could say, wherever your hand is pointed, you'll feel it in the different part of the shoulder. So I'll probably increase each set. So I'll go 20, 25s, 30s, and then I might do 40s for a set of 8. The 40s, I want to probably get a good amount of swing, and then I'll drop set it. So this is my second set, and I'm going to use 25s. Alright, so I'm on my last set. I'm going to do 40s. I'm going to do it for 8. I'm going to shoot for 8. If I have a little bit more left in the tank, I'll just keep going. And then as soon as I drop the 40s, I'm going to go back to 20s. That's going to be my drop set. So it's basically half the weight. And I'm going to try and double the amount of reps that I do with the 40s. So we'll see how it goes. Delts are definitely pumped up. So first exercise done. Now I'm going to go into a pressing movement. I might do barbell and dumbbell shoulder press today. So I think I'm going to start with dumbbell. And again, you could do dumbbell shoulder press sitting, or you could do it standing. I'm going to do it sitting because I'm not really focused on my core stability right now. If you're standing, your core is going to be more engaged and you won't be able to lift as heavy. If you're sitting, since your core's out of it and you have good base, you're able to lift a little bit heavier. And today, I think I'm going to more focus on overall strength. So I'm going to do it seated dumbbell press. And again for this, I'm going to do 12, 10, 10, 8. And then I'm going to do, I'll do probably another drop set. It might be a double drop set. We'll see. Same concept for this. I'm going to increase by each, so I'll probably go 30, 40s, 50s, and with 60s, and then I'll go back to 30s. A minute rest in between. So if you guys have been following the last couple days of one of my workouts, I'm usually doing 12, 10, 10, 8. That's where I like to keep it if I'm focused on hypertrophy. If I'm focused on endurance and like building muscle endurance, then I'll keep it anywhere between about 15 reps, usually not less than 15. And then if I'm focusing on strength, I'm usually doing like 5, maybe 6 reps at the most of obviously a heavier weight. So in my programs, I like to incorporate a little bit of everything because again, this is all geared towards Spartan races. So I usually do my last one like an endurance focused
exercise where it's like 3 sets of 15. But this is all about hypertrophy and looking like a Spartan. Alright, so this is 4th set, which means I got 8 reps. Again, the goal is 8. If I can't get 8, then I chose a good weight. If I could get 8, and I feel like I can get more, I'm going to try and get more. But as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to set it down, wait about 10 seconds, and then grab another weight, probably 30s. I usually like to do half the weight, and then I'll hit the 30s as much as I can. So the 60s, I got 10. So now what I'll do is I'll make a note in my journal, and I might do the 70s next time. We'll see. But I got 10. So now my goal with this set is to do 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20. Ooh, nearly. Alright, so now that the shoulders are officially warmed up, and I did basically, I refer to them as basically shoulder shaping exercises. So the first exercise was shoulder shaping. The second one was basically strength, so it's a press movement. Now I'm going into another shoulder shaping, upright rows. This is a phenomenal exercise to basically just get your delts, your traps, everything. It's one of my favorite ones. There is a technique to it, and it does take some time to get used to. Some people like to put their arms pretty close. I keep mine right at shoulder width apart, and then when you pull it, you want to imagine that you're pulling up with your elbows. And when you do it, I try to almost think of it as I'm pulling it. Ooh, that feels good. I'm pulling it up to my chin. So the bar's basically coming straight to my chin. And then this elbow, like I said, the elbows are coming up. And then as you bring it up, you want to get a slight pause at the top and then control it down. I've seen some people do them and they're like throwing it up. I don't know if they're just going for strength or power. Again, this is like a shoulder shaping. So I like to think of it as slow, controlled, and more time under tension. I'll tell you what though, that 12 felt extremely heavy. So I'll probably throw a 5 on each side and then do 10. Keep that weight, do 10. And then I might throw a 10 on each side for the 8. So we'll see. But again, I don't want to sacrifice my form. If my form starts sucking, I'll check my ego at the door and lower the weight. That's the plan. And then a minute rest in between. So I'm about to do my last set. I'm not going to actually increase. I'm keeping it at just a 5 on each side. I know the goal was 10 on each side, but I barely was able to get 8 or 9 on the previous set when I was supposed to get 10. So I'm thinking the two drops that I did, my body's not used to that since I'm a fatty McFatster, but we'll see how this one goes. So that weight felt good. So now the goal, I'll put that into my journal, and then next week when I do the same exercise, I'll keep the weight, but it should feel lighter, which means I'm getting stronger. So that's the plan. All right, so this next exercise is a little controversial just because people say it's really bad for your shoulders. It is if you're trying to throw around stupid weight, which I'm not throwing around stupid weight. I'm even just gonna use the barbell to see how it feels. I'm not focusing on strength. This one, again, I'm gonna be focusing on endurance due to the fact that my shoulders are already fatigued. So I'm gonna go 3 sets of 15, and it's basically barbell press behind the head. I like to keep, when you're grabbing the bar, you're grabbing the bar like this. So make sure your hand placement is legit like that. Don't come in, don't come out. So I walk into it like this. It pretty much lines up with the lines. And then I press it over, just like that. And then all you're doing, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now when I do those, I'm focusing on coming all the way down, getting a good stretch, and then pressing up. Again, I'm not throwing it up, I'm not like jerking it back and forth. I'm trying to control it all the way up and all the way down. I feel this one in my rear delt, so that's why I like to focus on these. Probably just gonna put a 5 on each side, to be honest with you. Because again, I'm not trying to lift crazy heavy with behind the neck presses. Don't be that guy or girl. So I'm about to do my last set, and I still just have the 5s on each side. The 5 felt good. I might be able to do 10, but again, I'm getting back into it. So I'm not trying to go all out the first day. I'm pushing myself, but I'm not like, I don't want to go end up with an injury because I'm trying to work out extremely hard. Because the last time I did a shoulder workout, a hard shoulder workout, like up to my standards of a workout, I think was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So if I go out trying to be exactly where I was 4 weeks ago, it's probably going to lead to an injury. So I'm going to do another, this is my last set of 15. And you can tell, it's baby weight. This is only 55 pounds. And I weighed 211, well 208 of this morning. Yeah, I feel a little, not crazy pain, but I feel it right here, which means probably my shoulder mobility is trash, and I need to improve that. So that was, again, shoulder strength. Now I'm going to go back to another shoulder shaping exercise. So for this exercise, I'm going to be focusing on my rear delts. This is a tough exercise, but a lot of people do not focus on their rear delts because they cannot see them. However, when you have a big rear delt, when you're standing on the side, if you're looking at your side profile, your rear delt is really what gives you that shape. It almost looks like a question mark, but if you don't have a developed rear delt, you won't get that. So even though you can't see it, you still got to work on it. So I like doing this. I'll focus. I'll try to line it up with the mirror so I can see my form. But when I do these, it's almost like a row, but a row is right here. That's back. When I'm doing these, it's almost like a rear chest press. And on these, if you noticed, I did not come back all the way. I'm pretty much bringing it up until about here. And the reason why is when I bring it past there, then I'm using like my back. I'm not trying to hit my back right now. I'm trying to hit my rear delts. So when you do it, be aware of that mind muscle connection and just stop whenever you feel like your rear delt is not engaged anymore. So when I come up to about here, that's pretty much all rear delt. And I'm imagining that I'm pulling this way. So I'm not throwing it up, like my arm's not moving, right? That doesn't do anything. I'm pulling. And as I'm pulling, I'm literally trying to feel. And you could even do a spot check. When you do this, you should be able to feel your delt engage. So as soon as I feel my rear delt not engaged anymore, I come back down. And for this, I'm going to do 12, 10, 10, 8. I don't go heavy, because if I go heavy, I'm going to engage more of my upper back. And this is not a back focused workout. When you do these, one of the things I like to focus on, so I try to keep my chest, the top of my chest lined up with the pad, and then like I notice that if I come right here, so straight, I don't feel it that much, but if I go slightly out in front, and again empty those sodas, that's when I really feel it in my rear delt. So 12, 10, 10, 8, and then a minute rest in between. Alright, so we're on my last exercise. So this is just going to be front flies. Now when I do these, I'll never bring it above my eye. I never bring my hand to my eye level. I'm usually just bringing it to right above shoulder. And also you'll notice as I'm doing them, sometimes I'll switch my hand placement like that. I'll do this. It's all just hitting different parts of the muscle. That's all I'm doing. I haven't done these in a while, so we'll see what weight. I'm hoping that I could do maybe, I'm going to start with 15s to see how I feel. But again, 3 sets of 10, so 1, 2, and then a minute rest in between. Also, I like to alternate where my hand placement is. I'll either hold it at the top or the bottom of the dumbbell. I usually switch each set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now my next set, I'm going to increase by 10 or 5, so I'll do 20s. And then I'll probably put my hand at the bottom of the dumbbell. Again, give it a try. When you move your hand placement, or like I said, how you shift your wrist or hand, whatever it may be, you feel it in different parts of the muscle. So, depending on where you feel like you lack the most, I would target that area. Right now, I'm lacking in all areas, so I'm switching it up. So I just did the 20s, and I did the 20s like this. I don't feel it as much in the rear delt as opposed to if I'm doing straight out. I literally can see, or not see because I have shirt on, but feel my rear delt engaged. When I do this, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, I guess it is rear delt, but again, it's all preference, give it a try. I like doing it this way, I decided, and I like when my hand is at the top of the dumbbell, not the bottom. The bottom, it just feels weird. You can do it in the middle too. Get the best of both worlds. Again though, if you're doing it, you're working your muscle, it really doesn't matter. And you're still working, which is all that matters. So last set, best set. We're gonna try 25s. I don't know how this is gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And that is the shoulder workout. And I'm right on time, 48 minutes. Now, starting next week, I'm still finalizing the Metcons and AMRAPs. Starting next week, I'd be done with the strength hypertrophy, but now I'd be jumping straight into the endurance part. So I'm gonna be doing a shoulder-based AMRAP or Metcon. And that's what I plan to do on the end of each of my workouts, is the last 12 minutes or 15 minutes, do something that's gonna jack up my heart rate, all basically muscle endurance focused. Because whether it's the Decas, which I'm looking at doing those again, or Spartan races, you need that muscle endurance, but you've got to build your cardiovascular system. Which leads me into, even though I'm not doing the Metcon, I gotta lace up my shoes and go for a run. All right, so for today's cardio session, I'm in week 3. It calls for a 3 to 4 mile run. I might be able to do that, so I'm gonna shoot for a 4 mile run. My lower back is a little tight. I don't know if it's from legs. I don't know if it's from running, but we'll find out. What I was doing last night though, since I got my, I did that in-body scan and I got my body fat tested. A lot of calculators that you need to figure out how many calories you should be consuming to lose weight. A lot of them will ask for like a body fat percentage. And I've never had a I felt like an accurate body fat percentage. So I've never been able to plug that in, but I was able to plug it in since I got my body fat tested yesterday. And it gave me a number. So we're gonna test this out. I'll share it to you. So this is gonna be starting my meal plan starting next week. Which will be, so far, this calculator, which I use the first Phorm calculator. If you don't have the app, you can find some online. Just type in basically calorie counter and you'll find some. So it says my maintenance calories is 3259. So basically if I was to consume 3,300 calories a day, I wouldn't lose any weight. I think that's kind of high. I don't even think I could consume that much. Well, I actually probably could if it was all bad food. If it's clean food, I'll be a little satiated longer, so it won't work. My target, it's saying that I need to consume 2,400 calories to lose weight. So I plugged that in. We're gonna see how it goes. Like I said, my plan is on Sunday, wake up, weigh myself before I get donuts with my daughter. And then starting next week, I'm gonna go back into carb cycling. I was doing maintenance, so I was basically doing, I was in a calorie deficit, but there was no carb cycling. It was just basically the same amount of carbs, proteins, fats every single day. I didn't really see that much weight loss. So I'm gonna go with what I know. My body responds really well to carb cycling. So I'm gonna go back to the traditional low, low, high, low, low, high. So that's low carb day, high carb day, and so on. So Monday, Tuesday will be low carb days. Wednesday is gonna be a high carb day, basically a refeed day. Tuesday, Thursday gonna be a low carb day. Saturday is gonna be a high carb day, and then Sunday will probably also be a high carb day because obviously I'm getting donuts with my daughter. So that's how I worked it out, is because I know Sundays I do that, so I needed it to be a high carb day. And in the past, when I've done that, usually my Sundays would be my cheat day. So I'd go low, low, high, cheat day. However, I don't think I want to do a whole cheat day because I don't think I'm there yet. So I'm gonna try out the 2,400 calories. I'll weigh myself Sunday morning. I'm gonna weigh myself every day, and then I'll average those days every Sunday. So technically next Sunday I'll get my first read. So say it says it's 208 pounds. I'll keep the same. I'll weigh myself. I'll keep the same plan. I'll weigh myself every day for the following week, and then the following Sunday, if my average is at 206, that means I'm losing 2 pounds a week and I'm golden. I'll keep it at 2,400 calories. If I don't lose 2 pounds on that meal plan, then I'll go back to the drawing board. I'll take my weight every single day. I'll average it the next Sunday, but I'll probably decrease calories. So I might drop it to 2,250 instead of 2,400 calories, and we'll see. So that's my plan. But as long as if I could lose 2 pounds a week at 2,400 calories, obviously by increasing my amount of cardio, my physical activity, then I'll keep it at 2,400 calories. I don't want to have to drop it, I don't want to get to 1,800 calories a day. I would like to keep the calories up if I'm still able to lose weight. So that's the plan. But as of today, since it's Thanksgiving,
my goal is to literally just basically consume protein, no carbs, up until I go to my parents' house, which will be around 2 o'clock. So when I'm done working out, I'll probably have my morning oats, so those will be my carbs, and then my morning snack will just be probably egg whites, maybe an egg, and then my afternoon snack will probably be like Greek yogurt and protein before I go to my parents' house. So anyways, let's do this 3 to 4 miles. I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done. I'm not going to film me running because it's absolutely boring, and then we'll wrap up this video, and I'll go eat some turkey. Cardio is done, and I'm sweating like a crazy person. The good thing is I think I officially flipped the switch. And what I mean by that is, as I was doing my cardio, I felt for a glimpse, and it's a good sign, I felt for a glimpse how I felt when I was training for my Big Bear Spartan back in May, April area. Basically when I looked the way I did in that picture I just posted, and I felt like that. I felt rejuvenated, I felt pumped up, I felt like excited to train, and I haven't felt that in a while. So the fact that I felt that for a glimpse, and the fact that I felt it when I was running, now I made a mental note of, okay, when I don't feel like running, when I don't feel like working out, I have to remember how I felt during that run and chase after that feeling. And I think I'm going to use that as motivation to basically keep doing what I'm doing. Because this is the first day that I actually did what I said I was going to do when it comes to working out. I finished, I did my complete shoulder workout. I did my complete cardio workout, which I haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to celebrate these wins, and then the high that I have right now and the feeling that I'm feeling right now, be able to tap in that in the future when I don't feel like working out. Also, as I was running, since it is Thanksgiving, I was in the attitude of gratitude, which means I was basically just going through thinking of all the things I have to be thankful for. Thankful for my wife, thankful for my daughter, thankful for my home, thankful for my health, thankful for my truck, thankful for my job, thankful for my mom and dad, thankful for my family, thankful for my dog. I mean, I was just listing out everything. Thankful for the fact that I'm able to walk, thankful for my sight, thankful for my struggles even. Like, I know that sounds weird, but if you could be thankful for your struggles, and the reason why I'm thankful for my struggles is because I've been able to overcome those struggles, and I know that feeling. But if I didn't have those struggles, then I wouldn't appreciate when I do have the wins or when I do have the successes. So, and I try to do that not just on Thanksgiving, once a year. I try to do the attitude of gratitude every single morning. Usually when I wake up, I'll try to think of 3 things I'm thankful for. Obviously the ones that I'm thankful for every single day: my wife, my daughter, and my health. Those without a doubt. But I try to think of ones different every single morning. Like I said, my pillow, water, lights, I mean, random things that it's like some people don't have those things. And it's all about perspective. And I think when it comes to Thanksgiving, you need to have that perspective of no matter what you're going through, no matter what struggle you have, there's someone out there in this world that would love to have your problems. To love to have the thing that you're complaining about. They wish they could complain about that. Even when it comes to working out. Like, I'm complaining about being fat, but I get to work out every single day. I've been in parts of my life when I've had injuries or surgeries or whatever, I've been there where I'm not able to work out. And I wish I was able to work out. I wish that, like, when people are like, oh man, I don't feel like working out, I wish I had that problem. Like, because I wasn't able to work out at the time. So when it comes to like with the things I've been, I guess you could say, complaining about, or I guess being negative, whatever, just having that perspective that it's like, I get to complain about these things. Like, if these are my biggest problems, I should be thankful. And that's what I was thinking about when I was working out. So it's about 7:30. I'm gonna go in, eat, take a shower, because I sweat like crazy. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the next, like I said, 9 weeks or so, and to see what I could get down to. I want to get back to eating healthier, more cardio, more working out, and I just want to get back to that like specimen, like I said. And when I look at that picture of myself, I see the physique and everything, but where I was mentally, I just, like I said, I think that was the time I made the video of what's my superpower. And in that video, I talk about how I have this superpower that I imagine that when I say I'm going to do something, I just follow through. And I think that's what I'm struggling with the most right now is, like I said, I don't feel like that, and I know what that feeling feels like. Like I said, this is the series training for Spartan Trifecta, January 27th. Make sure if you aren't subscribed, you subscribe. If you're interested in following along, I'm going to be documenting it every single week. The goal is 2 videos a week documenting it and answering any questions. So if you guys have any questions or comments or certain things you want to see in these videos, please comment below and let me know. I mean, like I said, it's pretty much going to be videos like this, a workout mixed with some mental stuff. I'm going to basically, since I haven't really been doing the podcast lately, my plan is to basically incorporate my thoughts during the week that I get into these training videos that give you really good content or quality content when it comes to actually working out, as if I was training you. And then mentally, if I was training you and you were training for a Spartan race, what exactly that would look like. So like I said, the goal is 2 videos a week, kind of in this style. If there's certain videos you want to see, let me know. I will be doing obviously all my workouts. I will be touching on cardio. I'll do full day of eating, all that stuff. But also one thing I am very thankful for, which I noticed, and I say it in all my videos, and it's probably getting old, but I do really appreciate everybody who likes the videos, comments on the videos, and really buys into this DBA mindset. It's awesome to see you guys not only supporting me, but then applying the DBA mindset into your own world and overcoming your own obstacles that you're dealing with. So appreciate you guys. I hope you guys know that I am super thankful for the community that we're building, and I don't take it for granted any single day. So I'm gonna go in and enjoy my Thanksgiving day with my family, and I hope you guys had a blessed Thanksgiving and enjoyed time with your family. And you guys already know the motto: stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I will catch you guys in the next one.